Hello and welcome to Library Connection. I'm your hostess, Mandy Cantrell. I'm Youth Services Director at the B.B. Comer Library. The library board and the staff want to take this time to thank TV47 for allowing us to showcase our programs and our services to the Sylacauga area. Today we're talking with some ladies that are from one of our newest businesses here in town called Main Street Family Urgent Care. I'm going to be talking with Casey Collins and Kelly Ham. Thank you ladies for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Great. Well, Kelly, we'll start with you. Tell me what your job is at Main Street Family Urgent Care.
Well, I am the community educator, otherwise known as the marketing coordinator. So I'm kind of in charge of making sure the community knows about us and knows that we're here and available to you. Great. So that's what I do.
And that's what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
How long have you guys been open?
We've been open since February in our location, but we do have 4 locations and we've been open since January.
Oh, okay. Great. Casey, tell me what your job is with Main Street.
I'm on the nursing staff with Main Street here at the Sylacauga Clinic.
Great. That's wonderful. Okay, Main Street Family Urgent Care. Tell me, can you either one of you tell me just exactly kind of what that is? I have an idea about.
Yeah, so Main Street Family Urgent Care is an urgent care located here in Sylacauga. We do have 4 locations in the community. We have one in Arab, one in Center, Alabama, one in Aniana, and one here in Sylacauga.
Good. And it is a walk-in clinic, pretty much.
Yes, we are a walk-in clinic. You can come in at any time from 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, or you can come on Saturdays or Sundays. We are open 7 days a week.
Oh, that's great. What are your hours Saturday?
Saturday we are open from 8 until 6. That's right.
Okay.
And then on Sunday from 1 to 6.
Right. So, the advantage there being you can come after work.
Exactly.
If there's an emergency or if just you can't take time off from work to go. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Tell us where you're located.
We are located on 280. So if you're driving to Birmingham, you're going to drive right by where we are. It's on the way to Birmingham, but it's about a block from Walmart. So if you know where Walmart is, you know where we are. Yeah,
on the other side of the highway, is that correct?
Yes, we are right next to Huddle House. So if you go there frequently, you usually park right next to us.
That's great. Now, Casey, you're a nurse. Are there other nurses or physicians or people that work there?
Yes, ma'am. On a normal day, we typically have 2 nurses in the back, and then we have a receptionist up front, and then we either have a doctor or a nurse practitioner for our provider.
Oh, okay. Great. Is it the same people all the time, or does it kind of vary? They work different days?
They work different days. Typically, it's just 2, though, one doctor, one nurse practitioner working the entire time.
Well, great. So you can handle most everything that comes in.
Yes, ma'am. We can certainly see a lot of things.
That's great. Y'all been pretty busy, I hear.
We've been pretty steady. Usually Sundays are pretty busy, surprisingly. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess people don't want to give up their Saturday, but on Sunday they're like, hey, I need to go before work starts.
I got to go to work on Monday.
Exactly.
That's great. Okay, it's a walk-in clinic, but it's not necessarily just for emergencies, is it?
Right. We can see simple things. We can give you a flu shot. We can see the sniffles, cold, sinus infections. What are some other things we do, Casey?
We do a lot of lacerations. We can also do x-rays. So a lot of the stuff that will maybe typically put you in an ER wait time for 3 or 4 hours, we can get you in and out really quick.
Yeah.
Right. That's great.
So there's a few simple injuries and illnesses that we can treat. Not necessarily where if you're having heart attack symptoms, you want to go to the local ER. They're great. Coosa Valley Medical Center, they're wonderful. They work with us a lot on those, but we don't want to see if you're having a heart attack. We want you to go ahead and get treated at the ER.
Oh, that's good. Now, you also do things like drug testing, exams?
Yes, we have some occupational services that we offer and workers' comp services like drug physicals, or drug screens, DOT physicals, and different type of employment services that you might need. We work with employers specifically on certain things. So if they have a test that they need to run, but we don't have it, we can try to figure out that service for them and offer that in the future. So we are really good about doing a custom solution for each individual employer.
That's great, because there are a lot of different things needed for different jobs, I think. Right. Do they need, like, if you know you're coming in for a lab work or some kind of an exam or a physical, do we call ahead or?
You can. Typically, you'll set up an account with us through your employer. Okay. So an employer may call me and say, hey, I'm with Santa's Workshop, for example, and I need to set up an account to do some DOT physicals once a year or once every 2 years. Can I set up an account? So they would call me, and I'm that liaison to the employer. So I would be the one who could handle each and every one of those situations. I would contact the medical staff and ask them if they understand what type of services this employer needs. And each time that they come, they would call me and say, hey, I'm on my way. I'll be there in about 5 minutes. And I will contact the medical staff and make sure they're ready and good to go so that we can get you back as soon as possible and you don't have to wait necessarily as long as an urgent care patient would wait. So we typically pull them back as soon as we can, as long as we're available to do that and get them in and out as fast as possible. So.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, I know we know what kind of conditions you can treat and things like that, but do you also work with the primary care physician or communicate with them if it's something?
Yeah, well, especially if we have someone who's pregnant who comes in, we want to contact their primary physician there, their OB, about any illnesses or medications they can and can't take. So we'll call them first just to make sure that it's okay for us to treat them. Wow. But we're not really a primary care doctor, and we try to stress that with the community when someone comes in to let them know, hey, we need to make sure that you're taken care of with your primary care if there is an illness that is ongoing. Casey can speak a little bit more to what that looks like in the clinic.
She actually explained that really well. Certainly, most things that you use your primary for, we can handle that. Like if maybe you're in between primaries or, you just can't get an appointment and you need to be seen for, you need a refill on your blood pressure medication maybe. And you have a hard time getting in with your primary, we can certainly help you out with that. We just don't typically do ongoing monitoring with patients.
Okay.
We don't want to substitute the primary care physician in any way because we want to support our community.
Sure.
But we are there for after hours, or if you can't get in with your primary care, we're a good resource to know about.
That is great. I don't think anybody's going to leave their primary care physician, but this is a wonderful partnership kind of really.
Yes.
You can come in. I can remember thinking I had strep throat on a Saturday morning, and I thought, I need to go to work Monday. Let me go to the doctor or go to an ER or something, So instead of tying up the emergency room with a non-emergency type thing, that's a perfect alternative there.
And certainly if someone comes in and they don't have a primary care doctor and we think that they need to be seen for an ongoing issue, we will suggest, hey, maybe you should check out some of these primary care physicians in the community. They're really great. We'll treat the immediate need, but then send them on to continue care with them.
Well, that sounds like a great partnership in our community with the hospital and doctors and all of you guys too. We're going to take a quick break for commercials, and I hope you'll join us after the break.
Beating the train? It's a deadly game.
Come on, dude. You can beat it.
Always stop at crossings. Never drive around gates or flashing lights.
What's the matter, you chicken?
It's not only illegal, it'll get you killed.
Bah, bah, bah.
Remember, the train always wins. So let it. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Nichols Lawson Middle School, brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home and Reams Custom Home. Congratulations, Kayla McKinney from Nichols Lawson Middle School. This month's Star Student of the Month has been brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Reams Custom Homes, and TV 47.
At Fort Williams Pharmacy, you won't find motor oil, garden hoses, or mountain climbing gear. No, they don't have that. What they do have is a professional, friendly staff that understands your needs. Filling prescriptions is their primary business, and they take it seriously. They also have a drive-through window for your convenience and free local delivery. Most of all, Fort Williams Pharmacy knows your time is valuable, so when it's time to fill your prescriptions, you need it done fast, friendly, and accurately. Fort Williams Pharmacy, our family, caring for your family.
This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Sylacauga High School is brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home and Fort Williams Pharmacy. Congratulations, Caitlin McTeer from Sylacauga High School. This month's Star Student of the Month has been brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Fort Williams Pharmacy, and TV 47.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell, Youth Services Director at the library. I'm talking today with Casey Collins and Kelly Ham from Main Street Family Urgent Care. And we've been talking about the business, the Main Street Family Urgent Care, but I want to talk a little bit about you ladies. Casey, tell me about yourself, where you're from and what you do.
Okay, well, I'm not very far away from Sylacauga. I grew up in Weogufka, Alabama, and graduated from high school in Coosa County, and then graduated from nursing school in Childersburg at CAC. From there, I worked a little bit at the local hospital, Coosa Valley here, and I worked in intensive care for a few years, and then transferred into health insurance for a little bit, and now I'm here with Main Street.
Great. So you've been with them here since they opened?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So you've been in since the very beginning. That's good. That's good. Well, we're glad you stayed close to home and are filling this position. Yeah, I know you are. Yeah. Okay. Kelly, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Kelly Ham, and I am from South Alabama. If you're familiar with Dozier, then you drove right by my house. But I grew up there with my family. I graduated from high school in 2010. I went to Auburn University, where I met my husband. His name is Craig Ham. He is a pastor here in the area. We moved here in January from Auburn. We graduated from Auburn in 2014. I got a degree in business administration, and my husband has a master's from Southern Seminary. So we moved back to his hometown so he could be a pastor here after being on staff with a church in Auburn for 3 years, and then moving to a different church in Auburn for a year and a half. And now we're here. So we are glad to be here, excited to learn more about Sylacauga, and Craig's excited to be back home.
Oh, I know. Craig's mom, Sarah, is a friend of mine, and so we're glad to have you back. I know when I met you, I thought, I feel like I know you.
I know.
'Cause I've
Typically, whenever I'm talking to someone new that I'm meeting for the first time in the community, I say, do you know Miss Sarah Ham? And usually they're like, yeah, we know her. She's also a nurse, so.
In Birmingham, right?
Yeah, she works in Birmingham at St. Vincent's.
With the babies.
Oh, yeah, with the babies. She loves it.
Good. Now tell me where your husband is a pastor.
He's a pastor of Tallahatchie First Baptist Church. It's actually in Alpine, Alabama, but it's right outside of Sylacauga here.
Well, great. Well, we're glad that you've come back to Sylacauga to work.
And I'm excited to get to know the community a little bit better. Obviously, my job helps me to do that, and I'm really excited about it. So
Good. We're glad y'all are both here back in Sylacauga. Now, tell me, when Main Street opened, I guess I'm calling it Main Street Family Urgent Care is very long.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. Can't forget that part.
Right. When y'all opened, you had a grand opening event that was something different I'd never heard of. It was ice skating. Is that correct? I know, Casey, you were here for that. What? Tell me about that.
I was. Our second week, in order to kind of invite the community into Main Street, we had set up an ice skating ring for the community to bring their children out to just have a good time. It was something that I didn't think Sylacauga had seen, it was a lot of fun. We had a big turnout for that.
Good. Ice skating in Sylacauga is not something we do very often.
Right.
It's never that cold for that long, but that was a lot of fun. I'm sure y'all had a good crowd of kids. I know enjoyed it.
Oh yes, they were adorable.
And what a nice way to introduce them to Main Street. Most children don't enjoy going when they're sick to the doctor, but what a nice way to say, you know that place where you ice skated?
Yeah, and we got to bring our mascot, Dr. Wags, out to the ice skating rink. He's popular with the kiddos in the community. So we always are looking for opportunities to get Dr. Wags out to meet the kids and have fun. Because, they don't like coming to the doctor. But if they can associate that with a mascot or something fun that they enjoy, then that makes that memorable for them in the future. And they're more likely to want to go to the doctor later.
Now, tell me about this, your mascot,
Our mascot.
Dr. Wags.
Yes, he is Dr. Wags. He's a really fun, he's a dog, but he's not a real dog. He's real to us. To us. But he is our mascot. He's lovable and fun, and he loves to go ice skating or just do different things in the community. Recently, we took him to the Autism Walk and to Coosa Fest, and also to Taste of Sylacauga. So he got to taste all the different foods and have fun with that.
So he's with y'all and can go out. Does he?
Yeah.
Do you teach seems like I remember.
Sometimes
telling
we can do a germ presentation, like in the schools. He can teach some of the kids about germs and how they need to cover their mouth when they sneeze or they cough. And he's about educating the children in the community about health and promoting health and wellness in our community.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So if you ever need a dog,
Oh, yeah.
that would be fun. We'd like to have him at the library sometime.
Sure,
for
we
our
would love
story
to
time.
bring him by.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, I know y'all treat all ages, children, adults, all kinds of things. You do exams, physical exams for school or whatever, drug
Yes.
tests, all of those kind of things.
We do sports physicals specifically. We know that Coosa Valley does have a partnership with some schools, but we offer sports physicals for someone who may need to do it quickly or in a time crunch or something. We do offer that.
Everybody's time schedule is different of when they're available according to work and things like that. Do you do lab work and x-rays, things like that?
We do. We do some lab work in-house. Casey can talk a little bit more about that process. All that
Sure. We do have a lot of in-house testing, such as we have the rapid flu test, flu A and B. We also have a rapid strep test. So there's several other ones, such as RSV, mono, H. pylori, where we also have the availability to send out any kind of lab work that you might need. So any kind of blood work, we can, if we can't do it in-house, we can send it out and have it back for you between 24 and 48 hours.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Which is really convenient because sometimes you can go to try to get lab work done and you don't hear back for a week.
Right.
But we try to get that done as quickly as possible for you, so it's really convenient.
Good. What about insurance? That's always a question when you're talking about medicine or doctors and physicians. What about insurance? Y'all handle insurance?
We do. We take all insurances. The only thing I know of that we do not take is out-of-state Medicaid. But anything in-state or any other kind of out-of-state insurance we do accept.
Yes. We do have a $125 self-pay program to where if you do not have insurance, you can come in, you can pay $125, and that covers most of your things that you'll get done at the urgent care. That does include stitches and a follow-up visit to remove those stitches. So that's a good option if you have a really high insurance deductible, or if you just don't want to file to your insurance, or if you do not have an insurance. We can offer services to you with that $125 self-pay service.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. We're going to stop again for commercials, and we'll hope you'll join us after the break.
Yeah.
This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Indian Valley Elementary School is brought to you by King's Pawn and Jewelry and Tax Service and Curtis and Son Funeral Home. Congratulations, Kaylin and Haley Cannon from Indian Valley Elementary School. This Star Student of the Month was brought to you by King's Pawn and Jewelry and Tax Service and Curtis and Son Funeral Home. This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month from Pinecrest Elementary School is brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home and the Allen Companies. Congratulations, Imam Abdur Rahim from Pinecrest Elementary School. This Star Student of the Month has been brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the Allen Companies, and TV 47.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell and I'm talking with Casey Collins and Kelly Ham from Main Street Family Urgent Care. We've learned a lot about these two ladies and about their business, and I just want y'all to know I looked at your website. Wow, a load of information on there. I was so impressed. So tell us about your website. Everything is on there.
Well, we do have a website. It's Main Street Family Urgent Care, Sylacauga. because we do have 4 locations. We have 4 different websites, one for each location. The website is a wonderful resource for you in the community. You can come in, you can find out our hours, you can look at different blog posts that we offer. We like to talk about some of the illnesses that are here in the community just to educate people on what is out there. Specifically, I've been working on a blog post that I have not posted yet, so look to it in a little while, in a few weeks. It's about the difference between an urgent care and an emergency care. Because we have a wonderful emergency room here in Sylacauga, Coosa Valley, but we are an urgent care, and so some people might need to know the differences between the two, because there are significant differences between your primary care physician, your urgent care, and your emergency care room. So we want to just educate people on what those differences are and help them to know the differences.
Right. Like I said, I was so impressed with your website. It tells, of course, the location, the hours. It tells different sinus trouble, broken bones, things like that. It tells about those. Just I didn't have enough time at work to explore all the different areas, but it has a load of information to help people know exactly what you do and how you can help them. So that's great. And the blog, is it on, can we get to it from the website?
Yes, it's actually a WordPress blog, but it's on our website. So if you go down to the bottom of the screen from the homepage, you can click on blog, and it just brings up some of the different topics that we have. And we're working on creating more of those as we speak. But they're always good to know, what's the difference between emergency care and urgent care. Yes. What about the flu shot? Do we offer that? Talk about the sniffles a little bit and just different germs and things that we would take Dr. Wags out to the community to tell you about. We might also have on the blog. So it's good.
Now, if somebody wanted to use your mascot or wanted to use your services like as a trying to help teach the community or children, how did they just call your office?
Yes, you can call our office or you can call my number. My cell phone number for work is 205-440-5344. You can give me a call and I can talk to you about employer accounts, if you want to do some drug screens, some pre-employment services, some random services or periodic services for your employers, or if you have a need for a workers' comp account, and we do handle those. We are familiar with our OSHA recordables, so we try to get your employers back to work as quickly as possible. And if you just want to get Dr. Wags to come out and speak and talk to the kids, he's a nonverbal mascot, but I'll come with him and do a little germ presentation. And just, we love to get involved in the community. We are a community business. We are a startup company, and we love to educate the community and be a part of the community in a genuine way. So we love to bring Dr. Wags out to see the kids and have fun with them. He's always fun. He's really good.
I know kids just love that, and adults do too. I do too. And I know, Casey, you can speak to the importance of learning to wash your hands as children. I mean, as a nurse, I'm sure that's one of the main things.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, washing your hands, especially this flu season seems to have hit us a little bit late, and of course, to avoid the spread of any viruses or anything like that, it's definitely important to keep your hands washed. And we try to remind our patients, especially our little patients, about the importance of that.
I heard the flu hit us late too. Several people I know just last week had the flu, and I thought, it's April. We're supposed to be well. So.
Right. And one thing that's really good for when a mom of, say, 3 kids brings her kids into the urgent care, we do have a little kid station where they can play and, do some stuff to keep them distracted while they're not feeling well. And we have a complimentary coffee bar and juice and water for patients when they come in and they just don't feel good. We try to help them to heal better and to feel better fast. So that's kind of our little slogan that we use. We want to get you in and out, and we want to go above and beyond anything that we ever do. So we want to do everything we can to help you heal better and feel better, and then some. So we treat you like family. We treat you like we would your brother, your sister, your grandmother. But we really try to make sure you feel at home and you feel better soon.
That's great. I would sing the little logo, but I mean the little jingle. I won't do that to you. But it's heal better. Feel better fast. That's great. Yes. That's great. Now, you said you're going to be at Relay for Life.
We are. We are going to set up a table and a tent at the South Talladega County Relay for Life. That is on May 13th. Dr. Wags will be out there supporting our cancer survivors and those who have passed. But we want to make sure that we are respecting those who have who have passed with cancer, and bringing awareness to that is very important. So we're going to go support our local relay, and we'll be out there. So we encourage you to come on out and to visit us, to see us, so that we can help you heal better and feel better fast in the future.
Right,
So you know we're here.
Right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about Main Street Family Urgent Care? Any other things that are going on?
The biggest thing I just want to stress is that if you need to get some pre-employment services done, like a DOT physical or a drug screen, or say you have a respirator that you use for work and you need to get it tested to make sure it fits well, we do offer those services. You can just call my number. Again, it's 205-440-5344, and I can make sure that you can get in touch with the right person to set up an account. And we can offer those drug screens, physicals, and everything else that you might need. We can work with your employer to do that so that it's less of a hassle for you as an employer and as an employee to get those things done. So feel free to call me, and also just call me if you have questions about the urgent care. I'd be more than happy to answer those. And if I don't know, I'll let Casey or one of the other medical staff tell you. But we have some wonderful physicians and wonderful nurse practitioners who are here to help you. So if you have anything that you need, just have a question about something, or say we treated you and you're not feeling better, call us back, let us know what's going on. We do try to reach out within a couple of days after you leave our clinic just to check on you, see how you're feeling. Are you feeling better? Are you feeling worse? If you're not feeling well, we try to maybe call another prescription, or maybe we need to see you again. So if that happens, we're more than willing to work with you and help you to feel better fast. So.
Right. We always like that personal touch. Everybody likes to know somebody's worried about them.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. That's great. Another thing I forgot to mention is you fill some prescriptions there, because I know if I come in at 7:30 one night and I'm out at 8, maybe my pharmacy is closed. So you do, Casey, y'all do fill some prescriptions?
We do. The majority of the prescriptions that we typically prescribe, we do keep those in-house, and you have the availability to pick those up on your way out the door instead of when you're sick and don't feel good, having to make multiple different trips around town to get seen and then get your prescription. You can just do it all in one place and not have to worry about it. There are a select few medications here and there that we do not keep in-house, and occasionally you will have to go to your pharmacy to get those.
Sure. But the basic antibiotics maybe, or some things you might be able to carry.
Yes,
well, that helps the in and out very, very quick.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Well, ladies, I'm so excited that y'all have been here with me today. I want to take the last minute or so. Tell us again, your Main Street Family Urgent Care.
Yes, we are Main Street Family Urgent Care. We have 4 locations, but we are here in Sylacauga for you. We're open 7 days a week. We're open 8 to 8 on Monday through Friday, and 8 to 6 on Saturday, and 1 to 6 on Sunday. So if you're not feeling well, we want to help you to heal better and to feel better fast. So come on by and see us, and let us know if you need anything.
We sure will. I've enjoyed getting to know both of you. I'm glad you've moved here and stayed here to be part of our community, to make it just a better place to be. So we just appreciate all you do for our community, and being here helping us. And I'm sure if I'm sick and can't get to my primary physician, I will be running in there so I can get back to work on Monday.
Yes, and if you ever just want to meet me and tell me more about your community, I would love to learn it better, since I'm not from here. So.
Yes. Well, you've been by to see us at the library. And we're certainly going to use you in our story times one day. So thank you again for joining me, ladies. And thank you for joining us on Library Connection.